Hello, Bumpy McSquigums here, and it's time to continue with my Let's Play of Heroes of Might and Magic 3 HD Edition. This is episode 2, and before we get underway with actually continuing the episode, I wanted to show off the differences between Heroes 3, the original game by 3DO, New World Computing, all that wonderful fun stuff way back in the day, with the community, player, modded, whatever it's called. It's the HD patch, guys. So, this is that, right here, what you see before you. So, this is in 1080p, which is what I record at. And it's the same as the first episode that you saw, and what you'll see later in this episode. The new game that I'm covering, which is the HD edition of Heroes of Might and Magic 3. It's a lot of words, a lot of stuff. Let's get into what's actually different. So we'll go here. Yes, we don't have Shadow of Death, and we don't have Armageddon's Blade. We also don't have a lot of the features that came with those two editions. I realize this, and I'm doing this basically so you guys can see the differences, and hopefully the hate can be contained to the first 2 episodes or so, and then you guys can just be like, well, you know, this is still Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Bumpy's doing it. I'm going to enjoy it. I don't care. I don't have to buy it. That's fine. I mean, you can play this if you like. It's perfectly fine. So, we're going to go in and just show you kind of what you saw in the last episode. I'm only going to spend a couple minutes here, and it's going to be fine. So, this is basically what we did in the last one, where we chose the campaign that we're going to play. Homecoming to win, you must do this, blah, blah, blah. I picked the pikeman. We're going to pick it again, and there it is. So there was a little video of Catherine talking about landing and all the storyline stuff. I'm just going to skip all that. I just want you to see. So, here it is. Tiny, tiny little men. Tiny little things on a map that you can barely see. So, just like before, we're going to gather up all these guys. I'm going to show you the combat, and then we're going to hop back into the other game, the HD version of the game. And not the patched HD version of the old game. So, here we go. Let's go in and do combat with them. As you can see, it's really, really tiny. So if you wanted to play in true HD, this is what you would be resorting to. It's fine. I could play like this. I'm sure you guys could too. I imagine you'd rather watch the much larger and clearer picture. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. But this is basically how you did it before. There's nothing wrong with this, as I said. And yes, it is cheaper to do it this way, this route. But I can't record this as well. I had to jump through several hoops to even get this to record at all. I'm recording my whole desktop right now. So if I alt-tabbed or whatever else was going on, you would see all that. And the frame rate is lower. I realize it's Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Frame rate's not really an issue, but still. Either way, folks, that's pretty much going to do it for this little first look at the old version of the game in HD modded patched capacity. We're going to hop back into the actual gameplay. I just wanted you guys to be aware of what the differences were. So, I'll see you in just a minute. Oh, and one more thing before I do fade to black and leave you guys in the dark, scary place in the game. I wanted to tell you guys that I'm not sorry, but it has been snowing. There's been blizzards. We've been kind of snowed in for a few days. It is what it is. My wife's been home, and I don't like to kick her out of the room or force her to go away and do my recordings. So there's going to be less stuff over the next couple of days. I'd apologize for it, but it's kind of out of my hands. So either way, we're going to push through, go forward with whatever we can, and I'm going to upload the videos that I do make, and hopefully that will tide you over until we get back to a more normal schedule. So, either way, I wanted to let you guys know that, update you on my current situation here, and I will see you in just a second with the other game. Okay, let's officially get this episode underway, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to show you the differences between the two types of HD that you're working with off of the original game, which is still quite beautiful, and it still deserves, you know, some credit. It was made by the community and everything else. It's not bad, and I would still say it's cool to have the entire game available to you, but as a kind of a first attempt at things, probably testing the waters, I feel bad that so many people are going to give so many negative reviews and everything else about it, where there's nothing really wrong with the game other than, you know, it's not everything that Heroes 3 is to date. It's the very first part of it. It's like re-releasing without having the 2 expansions. So of course there's going to be features missing. It doesn't have the features from the expansions. Duh! Anyway, guys, hopefully we can just relegate all the hate to the first 2 episodes, and then we can just move on and enjoy it. Because either way, it's still HOM 3, guys, and it's going to be enjoyable. So let's get to it. And hopefully I will stop moving my mouse off of the screen and causing all sorts of little issues for myself. And yes, I think we were going to end our turn. We've already built stuff, and it's good to go. Now, I am one of those people that like to get a giant. We've already read this stuff in the past, folks, so we're not going to do it again. Anything that I come across that we've already read, I'm not going to say. I might say, oh, look, that's going to be a +1 to defense, or whatever the case is, but I won't read or raise attention to the flavor text. We'll just skip it in general. Anyhow, yeah, let's go down here and get ourselves the Tree of Knowledge. Upon your approach, the tree opens its eyes in delight. Ah, an adventurer! Allow me to teach you a little of what I have learned over the ages. +1 to level. Yay! Alright, so here's how the leveling up works. We can go with Advanced Leadership, which basically means it increases our leadership that's already there. Or we can get Basic Armor, which will give us another one of those skills that we talked about in the last episode as one of our permanent skills. Now, I actually like being a Might Hero. I like also having armor. Goes with offense and everything else, so I'm going to pick it up. So if we go take a look at our hero, we have basic armor, we have basic offense, basic luck, leadership, and artillery. All of these are great. I hope there's a few more. Like I said, I really like getting logistics, and I like getting tactics. Then I'm pretty much open to really whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter to me at that point. So, I also made mention that there's stacks of stuff, and there's certain slots in your inventory, or in your army inventory, I guess it is. So here's your pikemen. It's one stack of guys. There's 136 pikemen there, and it's going to fill one slot in the actual battle. And then, of course, you have 60 archers, 6 griffins, so on and so forth. So you could actually split these up. I'll show you on the other hero, or heroine as she were. Say we wanted to have all of our slots filled, and we wanted to field the entire amount of army, but we don't have enough individual units to do so. We could, in theory, go here and split the creatures, and look at that. Bam. Now we have 2 stacks of 1 instead of 1 stack of 2. There's not much reason to do that for the most part, so I generally don't. I know, shocking. Prepare to be shocked, right? No. Alright, let's see if I can remember to move my mouse this way. We're gonna actually, I suppose, meet up with him as he comes down, because he's gonna go get a horsey, and I think we're gonna go to the west. Yes, horsies are good and fundamental, really. Let's see, who do we want to leave behind? That's the question. Because we have one too many troops at this point. I guess we'll leave behind the pikemen, or the halberders, and we'll keep the pikemen because we have so many more of them. And having 14 upgraded ones as opposed to 147 unupgraded, it's not as good. Definitely not. So we'll do that, and then she can go up and gather from the water wheel, which has not been visited yet. There it is, 1,000 gold. Sweet, sweet, nice. We'll go here, visited already, visited. And she has not visited that thingy up there yet. So we're gonna not end our turn yet, but go back to town. And from here, we shall upgrade to the city hall. And all prerequisites have been met, and that's 5,000 monies. But it will increase it from 1,000 gold per day to 2,000 gold per day. So again, the earlier you upgrade it, the more gold you get overall per map, or per mission, if you will. So, not too bad. I felt it was necessary to get troops a little bit quicker on, so that's why I did it the way I did it. Alright, so we get our horsey, and at this point we can't do capital yet until we get the castle upgrade. I don't want to do the castle upgrade just yet. However, I do want to upgrade the archers, so we shall upgrade them. And to upgrade your units that are already bought, that are not, like these are the upgraded marksmen. To upgrade our archers, you double click on them, and there's a little upgrade unit button there. You click that, and blam. So again, the first part of the series, guys, is going to be a little bit more tutorialized, so you have some inkling of an idea of what's going on. But as you guys progress and you figure things out on your own and everything else, we won't have to do that, and you guys will just be like, yeah, Heroes of Might and Magic 3. I remember this. And it'll be sweet, sweet nice. I think we have some troops we can actually still gather for us. We do. If I can, I'll get one. There you go, one more knight. Or cavalier, as it were. I would call him a knight, but hey, I wasn't 3DO back in the day, so I don't know what made them call them cavaliers, but that's okay. I can accept it and move on. Alright, let's go over here and gather up that +2 defense skill. Now, a lot of people say it's probably not worth... That's really loud. It's probably not worth fighting the guys that are trying to run away, because there is level caps kind of early on. But you have to keep in mind that there's up to 4 heroes you can bring with you, plus your main hero. All of them hitting level 6, and fighting those early on means you get stronger earlier, so you cap out earlier. and then perhaps you can actually send your other people into battle and let that main strong individual sit on the sidelines. It depends. I usually do a pretty bad job of leveling up all of my characters that I get, so yeah, we'll see. We'll see if I improve at all or if I stay terrible. Alright, and if you hover over these, it will say whether or not it was visited. It has not been, so we shall visit it now. And we're going to head up here and talk to these pack of hellhounds in the next turn, and they're going to be like, "We don't speak English, we gonna kill your face!" And then we're going to be sad, but it's okay. It's okay, we can be sad. It's perfectly fine. Alright, what do we have here? A trading post. It's the same thing as our marketplace. And other bad things are happening. Alright, a star axis will give us another bonus to a stat. And I'm not sure what the temple does. And the sanctuary allows you basically to hide heroes there without fear of being attacked by anything, which is kind of a cool thing to have. Alright, so we're going to start our upgrading process. We're on day 4. We need a total of 5,000 gold to upgrade that, and then 10,000 to upgrade the castle. So I think I might do the... that's actually pretty expensive. All of these are 1,000 at least for each one. This is 2,000 here. The Griffin Bastion's not terrible. We'll pick that up. And I might tweak the sound effects in the next episode, guys. It still sounds like the game's a bit loud, so I'll see what the mix is like in the next episode, or between this episode and the next, to see if I need to adjust it anymore. Time to do battle with the scattering of hellhounds. They're not going to really do much to us. It's going to be fine. Alright, so we're going to abuse the wait command and allow them to come closer to us so we can shoot them dead. There's one. I'm going to wait on that, and 2. Not enough to kill. Shameful and unsatisfying, but it's time for our ballista to do some work. Move down there. I believe our griffins can attack and probably kill? Not quite. Alright, well, our cavaliers will definitely finish it off, and there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Blam. Victory! A glorious victory! Alright. So 450 experience. Not bad. Not too bad. Well, we definitely need some more cash monies, so we'll grab those boxes up that remain. And here we are in the Snowy Plains area. It's always kind of a question as to where do you want to go. We could probably kill the pack of beholders. I generally don't like fighting ranged units, and those are sometimes the only exceptions I make to chasing down and murdering things, because I don't like having to deal with things that can shoot me back. Alright, we can actually check to see how much health that they actually have. So we have 84 left out of 100, so that's not too bad. I actually don't know if I like the full stat thing on the left, actually. Let's see if we can change that here. I don't want all statistics. I think we're okay with what we have. If we want more, we can always just right-click and then we'll see. Alright, so let us shoot at some enemies here. There we go. And one down. I think I'm going to be a little bit cautious now. They should focus fire him a little bit more, and he should be fine to tank it up. Oh, look at that. Bonus to morale. What? Alright, and it looks like it is our Druid's turn. I believe that's what they're actually called. No, they're monks. They're not Druids yet. I don't know if they're ever Druids. I think they might become like arch-monks or something. Alright, good luck bonus there. So we kind of did double damage. Alright, we already got attacked. We're going to move within range, so even if we don't kill him, they have to melee. Let's take a look at how he's doing. 57 health out of 100. There's no way he dies, so this is a pretty easy victory. We're going to wait, and there's a counterattack, and victory is ours. So no losses, and that is always a good thing. Alright. Now, do I want to take basic air magic? Air magic gives us stuff like haste, which is a really good spell. Some lightning bolts and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's not terrible to go that route, but considering we're more of a might hero, I think I'm going to probably go with advanced leadership for now. Skip basic air magic. Though I think air magic is probably one of my favorite ones, specifically for that haste that I was talking about. Alright, you have found several of the best astrologers of the land gathered at a star axis. Happy to have some company. They teach you how to use the sun, moon, and stars to enhance your spellcasting ability. So that basically gives us +1 to spell power. And I'll go over the stats a little bit later on. Not quite yet. I might not even do it this episode, guys. We'll see. Again, I'm trying to make this somewhat fun, but still somewhat educational for those of you who may not have played the game yet. So I'm not going to try to overdrive you with just information and make it super boring. Alright, the Hut of the Magi. Let's go! You enter a rickety hut and talk to the magician who lives there. He tells you of places near and far, which may aid you in your journeys. Alright, so we get to basically see these additional places. These giant eyeballs are basically the points by which we see. So if we take a look over here on the map, there are artifacts and things. There are portals that we can go through, or monolith gateways. And yeah, just kind of get to reveal a few spots on the map that we may not have been to yet. So it is not a bad thing at all. Alright, we're going to go over to the Swan Pond and see if we can't find something there. I guess that's about it. So let's go back and see what we can do with our current town. We now have 6,300 monies, which is enough for the castle, but there's a problem with that. Problem is we do not have enough wood. Once again, ladies and gentlemen. Could make a wood joke, but I'm going to decline for now. I'm going to decline the wood joke. Alright, how much are we making? We're making 2,000 money right now per thing. Let's use the resource silo. I think I know what I want to do. I think I know what I want to do. Let's go to the marketplace, which is over here. And you know what? We're not going to do that. I know what we're going to do. We are going to... I keep saying this, but I'm just stalling for time, guys. That's my real trick. We're going to upgrade the Griffin Tower. That's fine. We're actually going to go to a trade post in the next turn. And hopefully at that point we'll get a little bit of a bonus on deals, and I'll explain to you how that works as well. There's a trade post right there, but I'm already kind of doing stuff with him. She might be able to make it back. You know what? I don't think we actually... Ooh, that's right. That uses the entire turn. And I skipped over what it said, guys. I apologize. We'll get it in the next week. I can't make it to the trade post, so we're going to do that. Alright, so normally when you trade, you only get a certain amount of money, dependent upon how many marketplaces you have in your kingdom. We have one marketplace, so normally we would get like a 1 for 10, I want to say, trade for stone to some of the higher end minerals. A 1 for 5, I guess, for wood, and then probably 50 gold per stone with one marketplace. But since we're using a trade post, I could be wrong about this. We'll have to check. But yeah, I believe we actually get the having 2 marketplaces at this point, so we get a little bit better of a trade. I don't know, percentage, I guess you could say. All right, so let's trade for some money. And we don't need a tremendously huge amount. So let's see if we can't go with maybe trade that. We can probably do 2 more. I'm not 100% sure, but I think we'll be okay with that. There you go. So we have 20, and I don't think we need a billion tons of sulfur either, so let's trade a little bit of sulfur. We'll sell 10. I think 10's okay. Actually, let's not. Let's sell 5. And then we'll go over here because we have a lot of gems, and we just got a gem deposit mine thingy over here as well. We'll sell 11 of these, and there we go. And that gives us 11,000 cash monies, and what we're going to do with that is come back here, build our castle, and that means on day 7, which will be the next day, we will actually be able to build the capital, and that will be the last of the building upgrade things that we have to do that are just majorly expensive. The resource silo is still kind of expensive, but it gives you +1 ore and +1 wood each day, which is still pretty important. So after that, we can pretty much focus on just upgrading stuff and hiring troops. So not bad, and we finished it within the week, and we have the Griffin Bastion, which allows us to get an additional 3 griffins per week. So it's all sweet, sweet, nice, and things are looking pretty good for us right now. I don't know what that is. Let's head down and see. Oh, that's a lighthouse, I think it is. Yeah, we'll see. We still haven't seen another actual player enemy yet, so that's good. Yeah, it's a lighthouse. The lighthouse is now under your control, and all of your ships will now move further each turn. Well, there we go. We shall choose a little bit more cash monies. In fact, we actually needed to, because if we didn't, we wouldn't have had the money to actually do what we're trying to do this turn. So, yeah, it's good stuff. Let's get that as well. We'll pick up some mercury on the way, and I guess I'm going to head... I hate to head right here. I think this... Oh, plus 2 luck until next battle. Okay. Alright, I guess we'll head over to the wonderful leprechaun here. And we're going to back away from him for 1 second, and then in the next dealie, we'll actually be able to go there and get whatever goods he has for us. So we're going to get the capital, and that's going to start us up with some additional cash monies. It's going to double what we have. Basically, that's how it goes. It's like 250 for a fort, if there are forts. I think there are. Then it's 500 for your first base building. Then as you upgrade it to the next one, it's 1,000, then the next one's 2,000, and then the final one is obviously the 4,000, and that's the capital. And you can only have one of those in the game. Makes sense, it is a capital after all. Alright, astrologers proclaim the week of the rabbit. So, you can imagine what they're doing. Those astrologers, those are cheeky fellows, let me tell you. Alright, well, we're gonna get... he's level 3, we haven't had a lot of combat yet. It's fine. One thing I did notice that was different between this and the other game, the original game, was when you start up the scenarios, it doesn't tell you the difficulty level of them. And the other game, it did. It showed you, and I think you could even adjust it at times. So, not sure how that all plays in. 500 gold from that. That's sweet, sweet nice. Alright, we're going to head back to base after we hit the water wheel. And the little guardhouse here, which I think we skipped last week. Well, we'll hit the treasure chest too. And now it's all gravy. Look at that. Bam. Right away we have another resource silo up and running, and our final upgraded building. We can still do the mage guild and other stuff, but those are the main ones you absolutely must get when you're really, really needed to do well, to keep your resource flow going, your money and everything else. Alright, a lean-to. Let's go see what that is. Ooh, we get 1 mercury out of it, and a School of War. The battle-scarred instructor of the School of War grunts as you walk past. For a fee of 1,000 gold, he can teach you your choice of new attack or defense skills. Now me, I'm all about the aggression, so we're going to go attack, of course, because that's how I roll. I want to hit hard, and I want to kill stuff. I don't want to get hit. It's not my thing. Alright, so let's see here. Pikemen. And down there. You know what? I'm going to start stealing some experience out of this. Ooh, look. Basic tactics. I actually like that a lot. I'm not sure I'd like it with Adela. I'm contemplating it in my head right now. We're going to go with the advanced luck. I'd rather get more magical skills with the cleric as opposed to actually rocking out with the really, really cool combat stuff that we're going to have on Christian. That's okay. It's okay. Alright, so let's start upgrading. Yeah, we'll do the barracks. Why not? We'll eventually come back and do the guardhouse. I don't think we're hurting for money anymore, so that's good. Not sure that we ever were, to be honest, but it's possible. After scouring the area, you fall upon a hidden chest containing the ancient artifact, Bird of Perception. And it is now ours. What does that do? I don't know. Let's find out. Here it is. It is... This figurine increases your Eagle Eye skill by 5%. Not sure what that means, but okay. We now have Eagle Eyes, apparently. Alright, there's a scholar there, and as you ride into a clearing, you notice a university scholar resting his horse. He agrees to teach you some of what he knows before setting off. Oh no. No, I don't want that. That sucked. That would have been fine for one of my other heroes. That actually kind of hurt us. Oh well. Apparently you shouldn't just randomly ride up and talk to druids or monks in the snowy plains. It's probably detrimental to your health and your skill build, but we should be able to manage even still. Alright, let's go back here and build up another thing. Brotherhood of the Sword. I don't care about that. We'll do the guardhouse. Eventually they're all going to be upgraded. I'm not really doing it in any specific order. Just whatever I see, I do. Let's see here. Yeah, I think we're good on money now for a while, so we're going to just skip that, and we're going to do some more murderation of the Magogs. Again, not a huge fan of having to deal with ranged units early on. But I guess it's not that early on anymore. Ooh. Well, we lost a couple there. That's unfortunate. But they paid for it. Oh, we lost some more. Well, again, it is what it... Ooh, nice. It is what it is. Alright. Move there. We'll move down over here. And then our monks shall shoot and score. No, there's no scoring. Just shooting. Well, we have exceptionally high morale this time around, ladies and gentlemen. It's that leadership skill coming into play. Alright, and we will close the distance, and no longer can you shoot us at range. There we go. We lost 4 of our crossbowmen, marksman-type people, and 1 of our griffins. That is okay, and over there is a school of magic that we really, really would like to visit. We're gonna come here. I don't really need that. I don't know why I went there, but it's fine. I guess that's about it, guys. Sorry, I went off the screen again. I'm so used to just scrolling to the edges, it's not fair that I can't do that anymore. It's okay. Alright, what are we looking at here? 210, okay. Do the monastery next, and eventually we're going to return with Christian and get all the upgraded troops, so it's going to be fun. Let's see, I'm not sure if all this connects. Alright, spell power or knowledge. Knowledge allows you to have more magic, I believe. Like, it's your mana points, and then, like, 1 knowledge is 10 mana points or something like that. And then spell power is actually how much damage your spell does. So say Magic Arrow would normally do, with 1 spell power, 10 damage. With 2 it would do 20, and so on and so forth. It's something along those lines. I don't know exactly if that's how it works, but I'm pretty sure it is. Like, your haste would last more turns, or whatever the case is. Whatever your spell is, spell power increases what it actually does. The tingle of magic fills the air of the School of Mystical Arts. An acolyte, apparently I can't say that word today, offers to sign you up for the next class for 1,000 gold. You will have your choice of increasing your knowledge or learning to better focus your powers. We're gonna go all about the power. Eventually we'll have a decent supply of both, but for now we're just gonna try to focus it. Alright, so my goal is going to be to be able to move the camera. There we are. We're gonna clear out this little area here, and I think that's gonna clear this entire section. I don't think there's any other place we can go. Then we'll return back down to our base camp here, to our town of, what is that? Caryatid Castle. Yeah, Caryatid Castle. And then we'll swoop up this way and we'll do some more murder. We'll gather all the things that we didn't go. Probably kill this demon over here, or maybe the demon's up here. I'm not sure. Either way, we're getting pretty close to breaking off this episode. I'm going to head back to town and probably dump the troops that I have and upgrade them. Okay, and we're going to combine them, and then we're going to split. And you can hold shift to split as well. And there we go. And she is going to go about her business. I'm not sure what her business is at this point, though. I suppose that is somewhat problematic. She can come up here and grab that, I guess. That's the next thing on her list of things to do. We'll do one more turn, and then we'll break off the episode. And we will upgrade our final troop building, and there it is. And that means now that we have 12,000 monies sitting around doing nothing, let's cash in and get ourselves some troops, just in case. See, even with all that money, we're still not able to max out our troops. There's still some left that we were unable to afford. Uh-oh. We see an enemy that has landed now. That is less than good, but we should be able to kill him off with our guy here, if he's not able to outrun us. I think we're good. We'll see. She's coming, and that makes me a little bit nervous because, well, she's got no troops. If he can somehow close with her, she's gonna die. And we don't like that. That's not one of the things that we enjoy. Let's upgrade our mages guild here, and that will give us additional spells. So blind is an exceptionally useful spell. We have lightning bolt and an ice bolt. So a lot of offensive abilities. Like that. Ooh, we even have shield and cure. Not bad. Precision, eh. Some of them I don't use very often. Some I do a lot, so we'll see. We shall see. You know, I'm tempted to hire another person, so I think I will. I will hire this cleric right here. And I am going to upgrade his troops. And I'll even keep the ones that he's got right now. Because, well, I can, so... Onward we go! Onward we go! There is that. We don't have the money... Oh, that's right, he didn't need the 1,000 gold. Alright, so free level there. Alright, so Mysticism allows us to regenerate spell points per day, which is good. And Basic Sorcery is really cool. It causes the hero's spells to inflict an additional 5% damage. So, yeah, it's pretty good stuff. And I believe Mysticism might also allow you to have more than your maximum amount of mana. Something like that. There's one skill that actually allows that. I thought it was either Sorcery or Mysticism. Not sure. But one where if you go and you fill up your mana, you actually get double what you should have. Let's check real quick here. Yeah, we have 20 out of 30 knowledge points. So, and each time you level up, you also get a random stat increased as well. So, yep, there is that, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this guy moving around doing some stuff. It's going to be unfortunate that this is actually here. Alright, but we should be able to kill this guy off. I don't foresee him being a big issue. Alright, some very, very sinister, mean-spirited music there. It's okay. We will make do. I'm gonna wait on casting a spell. Gonna move up here. Oh, looks like he's not gonna cast a spell either. Alright, so we can shoot at his gaugs. And down they go. I don't want to attack with him, so we're gonna wait it out. Let his little dudes move up. So there's correlations with different troops. There's like tier 1 through tier 7 or something like that. So this is our tier 1 troop, or maybe I have it backwards. This is our tier 7. This is our lowest tier troop, the pikeman. And that's equivalent to his imps. So it's the same type of troop, tier anyway. So there's always a correlation on troops. You have your best and you have your worst. They all vary a little bit. Alright, we get to blast that. That's not bad. And another couple of attacks there. I think what I'm going to do is throw a bless up on our boy here. And perhaps maybe fly up there with this guy. Oh, the dog got to attack first, but he kind of paid for it. We're going to go after this individual, and oh, we survived. Let's see, what are we looking at here? 58 health still standing, not too bad. Take that down, and maybe it's enough with the griffins? Not quite. Well, they're not retreating, which is weird. Normally they retreat if they're going to get beat. So it's kind of an oddity that he didn't retreat, but okay. We lost none, and we killed 19, 52, and 15 for 1,330 experience, which also got us some artifacts. This is why they normally retreat. They retreat, and then they keep their artifacts. So we got the Crown of the Supreme Magi. It gives us +4 knowledge, which is nice. That's additional mana to cast spells. And wearing this item renders your units immune to the Death Ripple spell. Well, it's not bad. Basic Estates is pretty cool, but not on your main hero. And this is my main hero, so not going to get that. Expert Leadership is going to be my choice. Alright, I'm going to continue on and see if I can't do something over there. I'm going to go up here, and we're going to get some spell power as well with her, and I guess that's really... Sorry, guys. That's really about all we can do with her this time. We'll head back toward the stables, and we will go over here with... Who's our new guy? Ingram. We'll go over here and start gathering up some other goodies. Other stat increases and all that sort of stuff right there. We'll got some knowledge and some attack, and then we'll go over here and visit the water wheel in the next turn, and we'll go back to our base of operations, and I guess we could build the Brotherhood of the Sword, but nah. What are we missing here? We are missing crystal. We need more crystal to build the Mage Guild level 3. Well, let's go to our marketplace, and let's see. Yeah, so here's what I was talking about, folks. When we went to the trade post, it was 1 for 7 from the ore, or the stone as I like to call it, for any of the better stuff. So any of the mercury, the sulfur, the crystal, or the gems. Now it's 1 for 20 because we only have the one marketplace. So definitely not worth it. We should definitely head to a trade area to do so in the future. We have a little bit of cash left, so let us gather up some more troops if we can. And hopefully we don't have a bad week where we can't recruit any more troops or lose any. And with that, we're going to break off the episode after I end the turn. There it is. Astrologers proclaim the week of the gopher. All dwellings increase in population. So, that's going to do it for episode 2 of my Let's Play of Heroes of Might and Magic 3 HD Edition. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I didn't drive you too crazy with over-explaining things. Again, the first few episodes are going to be a little bit more intense on what's going on, because I want more people to play the game. It's one of my favorite games of all time. Many people would agree it's one of the greatest turn-based strategy games ever made, so I'm happy to see it's been repackaged and resubmitted for new players to hopefully find. Either way, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. I'll catch you next time with more Heroes of Might and Magic 3 HD Edition. Sorry, that's very cumbersome. Until then, my name's Bumpy McSquigums, and I will see you later.